I don't know, guys. I just don't know. Hello, friends. Welcome back to another reading vlog. So this is something I've decided to continue to do. And again, I hope you guys like these videos because I'm kind of enjoying making them at the moment, so I'm going to kind of go with it. So right now, for today, these are kind of what I'm hoping to read. So let's break these down, shall we? So my goal was to read another 100 pages in Timeline. So I'm about 230-ish pages into this one right now. I am really enjoying it, so I've decided to give myself a stretch goal to get to 300 pages tonight before I go to bed. So that's another 70, 80 pages, and I really think I can do it because now, like, the big reveal has happened, the science info dump has happened, and now we're sinking our teeth into the meat of the story, and I'm really enjoying where the meat of the story is hanging out. So I'm really excited to dig into this a little bit more now. And then, as I knock things over, I would love to also read these 2 volumes of Fairy Cube because they finally showed up. I did a friends and husband recommend me manga thing a while back, and Fairy Cube is one of the recommendations from one of my friends. I finally got volumes 2 and 3 from Thrift Books, so I would love to just pick them up and dig right in. So I'm hoping to get these read tonight as well, if I've got time. My husband's still not feeling very well, guys. He's actually going again to the doctor tomorrow, but that's not my story to share. Either way, he's not feeling well, so I don't think we're going to be up to much tonight, so I'm just planning on some reading time. So I'm hoping to also get Millennium Snow Volume 2 read. That would be 3 volumes of manga, plus another 70, 80 pages in the Michael Crichton. So, yeah, that's a lot, but I think I can do it. So, here's hoping. Let's see how I do. Alright, so let's give you an update. I have now read volumes 2 and 3 of Fairy Cube, which concludes this manga series. So, in this series, we are essentially following a human boy and a fairy boy who are basically twin souls who want to share the same body, and it's very interesting. I really liked how this all started out, but I have to say, in its conclusion, it felt a little flat for me. So both of these volumes I gave 3.5 stars. I gave volume 1 4 stars. So I didn't quite enjoy the rest of the series as much as I enjoyed that first volume, but I really wanted to see it through, especially since it was a short series. Really, it could probably all be in a single omnibus, but, you know, I found all these used and cheap, so I don't feel bad. I would probably revisit the whole series again to see if my opinion changed, because maybe it's just been too long since I've read the first volume. I mean, I liked it, but, you know, maybe I didn't like it as well as I'm remembering. I don't know. But all I know is I've now finished the series, so yay, series completion for me. And I've read like another 10 pages in Timeline, which I'm enjoying. I've gotten some new equipment now. I've got a microphone now to set up for when my husband and I do video game streaming. So we're recording at the same time, so I'm not trying to sync up recordings as well as everything else. So we'll hopefully be doing some more gaming streaming again soon now that we have those. And I'm really excited for the potential with the channel for this. I really hope you guys enjoy some of these changes that I'm making. I've always named my channel Shay Geeks Out so I could kind of do all my geeky fun things with it. Yes, it's been primarily books, and it will still remain primarily books, but I still like to add those other parts of my personality into this channel, and I hope you guys enjoy that as well. So we'll see how much more reading I get done tonight. I might not update you again till tomorrow. We'll see how the evening goes, and we'll chat again soon. Hey friends, so it is Tuesday, and I did a lot of reading at work today. I didn't get a check-in done at work, but I really wanted to check in with you guys, let you know what I've read today, and kind of my thoughts on them, and let's go from there. So first up, I finished Timeline by Michael Crichton. I ended up really enjoying this one. I gave it 4 stars. When it comes down to it, I saw the ending coming. I wasn't necessarily surprised by any of it, but I really enjoyed the ride, and I found it to be very fun. Trying out a sci-fi that wasn't necessarily like a space sci-fi was a nice little experiment for me, and I really ended up enjoying my foray into that, and this was also my first Michael Crichton, and I did enjoy it. I liked his writing well enough. I would probably read some of his other stuff, but I did enjoy this, so if you haven't tried Crichton, I highly recommend trying Timeline. Next up, I read Volume 2 of Millennial Snow, In the first volume, it felt very Twilight-esque, but in this second volume, it definitely pulled away into its own story. I really like where the story's headed. I'm so glad I have volumes 3 and 4 that I can easily pick up and go from there because I really enjoyed it. I ended up giving this one 4.5 stars, which is a half star up from the first volume, which I gave 4 stars. Next up, I read The Witch at Blackbird Pond. This was again from the TBR my husband picked out for me, and I really ended up enjoying my read of this as well. I ended up giving it 4.5 stars. This is the highest rated book from the TBR my husband gave me so far. I feel like this is definitely worthy of the Newbery Award that it has. I found the story to be very compelling. It was really hard for me to put down, which was really kind of a nice change for me, so I really enjoyed what that ended up doing for me. So, yes, Witch of Blackbird Pond, 4.5 stars. Highly recommend if you haven't read it. Somehow I missed this one as a kid as well. I missed a lot of books as a kid. I had my nose stuck in The Secret Garden too much, I guess. Because I reread that one like 100 times, but a lot of these other books that were great and were around when I was a kid, I didn't read. Last up is the one I have the hardest time talking about. This is a little novelette that I was sent by the author, and it was Midnight's Eternal Prisoner. I haven't fully decided what star rating I'm giving this at the moment, but I can tell you it's not going to be super high. This was a little horror novelette. It's 47 pages long. I felt no connection to the character. I didn't care what was going on with him. I feel like if this had been fleshed out into like a short story more akin to like Every Heart a Doorway, or even the length of A Court of Frost and Starlight, where it had a little more chance to kind of flesh out your characters a little bit, flesh out your story a little bit, so you understand a little bit more what's going on, I think I would have enjoyed this more. And again, horror is not really my genre, and I didn't quite realize this was horror when I told the author I'd pick it up. But, because the blurb on the back here says, a story about a young man who goes looking for love and romance and finds torture and insanity in a haunted castle that only comes alive in the summer. So that's the only pitch I really got for this, and I didn't quite realize how dark and horrific it was going to be. And, you know, Midnight's Eternal Prisoner, I should have put something together, but I didn't. And that's no fault to the author. That was me not fully reading before I said yes to accepting it. So I can't fully fault him for that. But I enjoyed parts of this. I felt like his writing was really great, really descriptive, and I really liked his writing. I wanted more of it. And I think that's ultimately this little novelette's flaw, is there's not enough. You need more character development, it needs more story fleshing out even. I felt like everything was rushed and just action. There wasn't any development or plot, really, other than this one night in this haunted mansion. So, anyways, I feel like the general concept isn't bad, and I just think it needs more. That's ultimately what I keep coming back to, is it just needs more. If this was 200 pages where he had a chance to give us, you know, a little bit more on our main character and a little bit more as to why we're on this adventure, that would have helped me a ton with this one. I'm settled somewhere between 2 and 3 at the moment. I hate to say it, because his writing's not bad. Like, that's the hardest thing for me, is the writing really wasn't bad. It just wasn't enough. And that's ultimately a novelette's flaw. So, anyway, by the time my mid-month wrap-up comes around, I'll have my full thoughts. If that's already up, I'll link it down below, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. And, you know, the author's been so sweet to make sure I got it on time and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, this is him trying to do his thing. I don't want to be the person that goes and, like, says all the poop about it. But all of the reviews so far, the lowest rating has been a 4. And I don't feel it's worthy of a 4. Like, I'm toying between 2 and 3, because the writing really was good and descriptive, so. I don't know, guys. I just don't know. But ultimately, that's where I'm at today. I think I'm going to read a little more manga tonight, kind of cleanse my palate after the novelette, just because it wasn't what I was expecting, and so I'm trying to grapple with that. So I might actually go pick up Millennium Snow Volumes 3 and 4. I have them in a little omnibus, So it's probably, if I'm going to read tonight, that's probably what I'm going to read. Outside of that, I don't know. I don't know what I am at the moment. So anyways, watched more Boruto today and it was fantastic. But anyway, I shouldn't have protested the show so long. I think I talked about it a little bit in my last vlog. I'm not sure if I cut all that out, but because there was a clip in my car that was like 15 minutes long that I cut like way down for the vlog because I got a little rambly. But anyways, Boruto is awesome. I protested it forever and I shouldn't have. I think that's going to be it for today's check-in. I'll check in with you again later or maybe tomorrow. Good morning, friends. So, I am on my way to work, and I've got the phone propped up for vlogging, so hopefully everything will go well that way, as I don't have a proper setup for vlogging in my car at the moment. So, anyhow, since you can see my face a little bit, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about last night. So after I finished my little vlog post yesterday, I did end up starting Millennium Snow Volumes 3 and 4. It's a 2-in-1 omnibus. Kind of like the Princess Jellyfish omnibuses that I read. Same kind of style, but this one is actually the conclusion. For those of you who don't know anything about Millennium Snow, it's actually by the same author that does Ouran High School Host Club. And in Ouran High School Host Club, there are references to Millennium Snow. It's really funny. I really am enjoying my read of it, and I'm kind of sad it's coming to an end, if I'm totally and completely honest. But I do know that I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I plan on doing a full series, manga series review of it. I might film it tonight, who knows. But anyway, and the next one I'm going to read from the TBR my husband picked is called Heir to the Empire. It's a Star Wars book. And technically it was the first one in that old Star Wars Expanded Universe that was written. So I'm really kind of excited to sink my teeth into it, and if we're going chronologically, actually reading The Courtship of Princess Leia, it takes place before this one, because in this one, Han and Leia are married and pregnant with twins. Or they have young twins. I forget. I don't know, but there's babies coming or babies born. I forget. But yeah, so I'm really excited to kind of dig into that. And then there's 2 more books left on the TBR for my husband. And so far the books he's picked have been great. I mean, I think the lowest one I've rated is 4 stars so far. Like, I've really not hated any of them, which is kind of nice. Because sometimes you worry about that when somebody else is picking up books for you. It's like, Kyle, am I going to hate these? Because these aren't things I would normally pick for myself. But he's done a really good job of picking books for me. So I'm really happy with that. And yeah. So that's kind of my plan. Today's a really busy work day. I'm actually booked solid. So I don't know how much reading I'll actually get done. I will have a little bit of a lunch break, so I'll have some time to do that. And my first appointment isn't until 10. So I will be able to get some done before that. But yeah, that's kind of today. Hey guys, so I wanted to check in with you. I'm in a little bit of a funk. Kind of riding the struggle bus when it comes to Heir to the Empire. I think I just need kind of a break. I think I need a more solid palette cleanser. So I actually downloaded Dark Gold by Christine Feehan onto my Kindle, and I've kind of sunk my teeth into it already, and I'm super enjoying it. I know it wasn't planned or on my TBR right now or anything like that, but it's cleansing that palette a little bit more before I dig into Heir to the Empire. I think it's the writing that I'm struggling with because it's a different author from, or The Courtship of Princess Leia, sorry. I don't know why I keep wanting to call it The Confessions of Princess Leia. It's The Courtship of Princess Leia. But anyways, I know it's a different author, and so it's going to be different, but I'm kind of struggling to get into the writing, and I just don't know if I'm in the right headspace for it at the moment, so I'm going to try one more palette cleanser in Dark Gold, and then go from there. So I'll probably just spend the rest of the evening reading Dark Gold. I should have filmed videos tonight, but I didn't. Instead, I created a Beat Saber level for my husband for a song he really loves. Hey friends, so it is actually Friday now. Didn't really get an update in yesterday, and Wednesday night pretty much went how I thought it would. I didn't really get much reading done. I did get some more reading done at work yesterday. I was able to finish Dark Gold, and my faith in the series has returned. After rereading Dark Magic, I was afraid the whole series was going to end up being this super problematic romance series, and thankfully Dark Gold has redeemed my thoughts on all of that, so I am very grateful for that because I really enjoyed the series, and I was just afraid I was just remembering it wrong because of the time and place I was in life. But anyways, Dark Gold I still really liked. 4 stars. I'm really happy that I reread that one. The reason why I did that is I'm struggling to get into the next Star Wars book my husband wants me to read, which is Heir to the Empire by Timothy Zahn. This is one of the most popular and well-liked Star Wars Expanded Universe books, but I just don't think Timothy Zahn's writing is jiving with me very well. His writing isn't necessarily bad, it's just there are certain tics he has in his writing that rub me the wrong way, so it's getting really hard for me to get into the story. Plus, we're not really following characters that I'm super attached to so far. I'm about 50-ish pages into that one. I'm going to give it till at least 100 pages before I decide if I'm going to DNF it or not. So I'm hoping to get that today. And I also brought a couple other books with me in case I just can't do it and can't get into it. And I'm really annoyed at the guy that's parked behind me because I'm stuck and I need to go pick up supplies for work, and I need to also go grab some lunch because it's like noon, little after noon on Friday, and yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I did upload a video last night. If you haven't checked that out yet, please do. I did some shorter manga series recommendations, and that one was actually really fun for me to film because they're less popular series. So there's only one really popular series that's in that entire list. And so there are 5 other series that you probably haven't even heard of that I recommended. So unless you've been following my channel for a long time. So yeah, I'm really excited for all of that. And yeah, it's all really, really good. So anyways, I decided to give you guys a little update. I didn't have much to say yesterday other than I liked Dark Gold, but I knew I could tell you guys the next time I vlogged. But outside of that, according to the husband's TBR, I haven't made any progress. I'm hoping to make some progress on that today and decide what I'm doing about this Timothy Zahn book, because each one of the ones he recommended to me were each by different authors. So I really want to figure out if it's just an author thing or if I'm just not getting into the extended universe. Because the other book I read was strictly about Han and Leia and their relationship, so it was really easy for me to get into because this is a relationship I was already invested in. So guys, it is Saturday night. I am ending the vlog here because I have another vlog for #Manga Readathon starting tomorrow. So I didn't really get much read today at all, and I'm really kind of okay with that. I went to work, hubby and I went to a wedding, and then we had to pick up stuff for my dad for Father's Day, and other than that, I've kind of been taking care of getting my TBR video filmed and edited. It is now rendering, so I can upload it tonight. So yeah, I'm just going to end the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. Sorry it's been kind of sporadic this week. I hope you enjoy it anyway. Let me know in the comments down below if you want me to keep doing these, and I'll see you next time.